Most people overpay for shoes without knowing the actual truth. Today, I'm exposing the biggest sneaker scams in America. Joseph here, and the brands you trust are charging you triple what they really cost. Some expensive sneakers cost more than a car payment, but they are not always better. And at the end of the video, I will show you the cost per wear shoe test. Subscribe now so you never overpay again. Shoe brands robbing you blind. Number 7, On Cloud. On Cloud is a Swiss shoe brand that became famous in a very short time because of its strange pod-shaped sole, which the company markets as advanced cloud tech technology and Swiss engineering. The brand built a powerful image around innovation, premium design, and celebrity hype, allowing it to compete with the biggest names in the sportswear industry today. However, independent lab testing from Run Repeat showed that the upper mesh on the Cloud model can be ripped in just 4 seconds during a basic sandpaper test, earning only 2 points out of 5 for wear resistance. Real customers and trusted review websites have reported visible holes near the toe area in less than 8 months of moderate walking, with the foam fraying after only 100 miles of light use, which is a shocking result for a shoe sold at such a premium level. The hollow pods also trap small stones and dirt on almost every walk. The narrow base feels unstable for anyone with wider feet, and the lightweight build sacrifices long-term value just to keep the shoe feeling airy on the foot. The Swiss engineering label looks fancy on paper, but the real-world performance does not match the premium image at all. Cons: heel collapses inward over time, poor grip on wet surfaces. Replacement insoles fit badly. Sizing runs half size small. Resale value drops sharply. Price $149.99. Number 6, Allbirds. Allbirds entered the market with a clever message that simple wool sneakers could replace traditional shoes while saving the planet. And the brand quickly became a Silicon Valley favorite worn by tech CEOs and celebrities. After going public in 2021, the company was valued at around $3.5 billion. But as reported by Fortune and Sherwood News, the stock has now lost roughly 99% of that value as customers stopped trusting the product. The merino wool material that the brand promoted as its biggest strength turned out to be its biggest weakness because the soft fibers wear out, develop holes, and become unwearable in less than 1 year of normal use. Annual sales fell sharply from the 2022 peak to almost half of that figure by 2025. And the company has now closed nearly every single retail store across the United States. Customer complaints about ripped uppers, flat soles, and weak comfort flooded online review sites for years, while rival brands like Hoka and On quietly took over the market that Allbirds was losing every single quarter. The eco-friendly message simply could not hide the truth that the shoes themselves were falling apart on real feet. Cons: wool traps odor permanently. Machine washing destroys shape. Tongue padding too thin. Toe box feels too tight. Cold weather performance very poor. Price: $110 to $135. Have you ever bought a shoe just because it looked eco-friendly? Drop your honest answer in the comments below. Number 5, Veja. Veja built its name by promising organic cotton, wild Amazon rubber, and fair wages for Brazilian farmers, and the brand exploded in popularity after Meghan Markle and Emma Watson were spotted wearing the simple white pair. The eco-friendly mission is real and the leather is genuine, but the comfort is one of the worst in the entire mid-range sneaker market because the inside has almost no padding and very weak arch support. Many honest buyers report that the shoes take 5 to 10 full wears before they stop hurting the back of the heel, and lab testing has shown shock absorption scoring well below average for casual sneakers in this category. The painted V logo on the side and the small heel details rub off within a few months of normal walking, which should not happen to a shoe sold at this premium level. The brand also has a long record of slow customer service, slow refunds, and laces that are too thin to handle daily wear without snapping or fraying badly. Buyers are paying mostly for the celebrity image and the sustainability sticker, not for a shoe that fully delivers on daily wear. Cons: leather cracks in dry climates. Stiff sole limits natural movement. Inside lining peels off. Heavy weight tires the foot. with limited width options available. Price, $150 to $200. Number 4, Nike. Nike is the biggest sportswear brand on the planet, and that massive size is exactly the reason the company can charge huge prices for shoes that cost almost nothing to build in the factory. Independent research and even school math examples have shown for years that a typical Nike pair costs the factory only a tiny fraction of what the same pair is sold for in stores, with the markup often climbing past 400% for hyped models. Nike pours a giant share of its money into celebrity endorsements, paid athletes, and limited edition drops that create artificial demand instead of putting that money into stronger materials, thicker foam, or longer-lasting outsoles. Quality has also dropped over the past several years, with very common buyer complaints about thinner cushioning, weak stitching at the toe, and outsoles that wear completely smooth within a few months of normal walking. The famous swoosh logo, the celebrity faces, and the loud advertising campaigns are what you really pay for, not the actual rubber, foam, and fabric sitting on your foot. The swoosh is a marketing machine first and a shoe company second, and the customer is paying the full price for both. Cons: resale prices inflated artificially. Counterfeit market floods the brand. Glue separates from upper. Insole odor builds up fast. Customer service responds slowly. Price: $100 to $200. Number 3, Adidas. Adidas is the second biggest sports brand on earth, and it uses the exact same playbook as the rest of the industry by selling a very cheap shoe at a very high fashion price tag. Lab testing from Run Repeat revealed something surprising about the most popular Adidas models like the Samba, Gazelle, and Superstar, because there is no proper foam midsole inside the shoe at all, only rubber with hollow air pockets that the brand markets as cushioning. This design means almost no real shock absorption for the foot, and the totally flat sole offers very weak arch support for anyone who walks long hours on hard ground or concrete. The brand also rides hard on trends, quietly raising prices on classic models the moment celebrities like Bella Hadid or Kendall Jenner are spotted wearing them, even though the actual shoe has not changed since the 1950s. Many recent buyers report the suede wearing thin in weeks, the laces snapping early, and the iconic 3 stripes peeling away after just a few washes. The 3 stripes design is loved worldwide, but the inside of the shoe is now far weaker than the outside image suggests. Cons: heel cup lacks proper grip. Tongue slides during walking. Color fading after sun exposure. Toe box feels cramped. Stitching unravels near eyelets. Price: $100 to $130. Which classic Adidas model is sitting in your closet right now? Type the name down in the comments. Number 2, Golden Goose. Golden Goose is the Italian brand that became globally famous for one very strange idea, which is selling brand new shoes that are made on purpose to look old, dirty, scuffed, and broken before the customer even opens the box. The pre-distressed sneakers are sold at extreme luxury price tags, with the most expensive designs covered in fake dust, fake scuffs, glitter, and even fake duct tape glued onto the leather. The brand has been publicly accused many times of mocking poverty, as reported by HuffPost and several major fashion writers, because customers are literally paying premium amounts to look like they cannot afford a clean pair of shoes. The leather quality is decent, and the Italian construction is real. But the actual difference between Golden Goose and a regular mid-range leather sneaker is mostly just the dirt and the small star logo on the side. The whole concept proves that smart marketing can make people pay anything, even for a shoe that looks already broken. Cons: sole separates from upper. Inside lining wears through fast. Heel padding compresses early. Star logo peels off easily. Cleaning damages distressed finish. Price: $530 to $1,715. Number 1, Balenciaga. Balenciaga sits at the very top of this list for one clear reason, which is that no other shoe brand has pushed prices into such an extreme range while delivering so little of what most normal people would call real value or comfort. The famous Triple S model, the Speed Trainer, and the limited Track and Paris styles all sit firmly. The brand even released a series of intentionally destroyed sneakers in 2022 that looked like they had been dragged through a dump, complete with holes, rips, and fake dirt baked into the design at an eye-watering luxury price tag. Real owners often report that the thick, chunky midsole turns yellow within a single year. The glue around the sole edges starts lifting away from the upper, and the heavy weight of the shoe causes serious foot fatigue after only a few hours of walking. The brand is selling an image, a logo, and a social statement far more than it is selling a wearable, durable, comfortable pair of sneakers built for everyday real life. Cons: sizing runs extremely inconsistent. Lace is too long and awkward. Sole cracks under regular walking. Inside foam compresses quickly. Repair options almost non-existent. Price: $695 to $1,850. Shoe brands worth buying. Number 3, Skechers. Skechers built its full reputation on one simple promise that has worked for over 30 years now, which is to give working people real, all-day comfort at a price that does not punish the wallet at the end of every month. The brand has quietly become the second largest sneaker company in the entire United States footwear market, ranking just behind Nike, all without spending massive money on celebrity endorsements or limited hype drops. Healthcare workers, teachers, retail staff, factory workers, and warehouse employees across the country wear Skechers as their daily uniform shoe for 12-hour shifts, standing on hard concrete floors with no foot pain afterwards. Independent testing from MyGolfSpy and CNN awarded Skechers the most comfortable shoe award in multiple categories during 2025. Beating much more expensive competitors in head-to-head buyer testing. The brand also keeps releasing new models for walking, work, sports, and casual use every single season, so almost any customer can find a properly fitting pair without spending the kind of money the luxury brands keep trying to charge for very little real value. Pros: air-cooled cushion stays fresh. Stretch knit upper fits naturally. Slip-resistant outsoles for work. Machine washable upper materials. Lightweight design reduces leg fatigue. Price: $55 to $135. Number 2, ASICS. ASICS is a Japanese footwear brand whose name actually stands for a Latin phrase meaning a sound mind in a sound body, and the company still treats shoe engineering as a serious science instead of a fashion business chasing trends and celebrities. The brand has been quietly trusted by long-distance runners, marathon athletes, nurses, and physical therapists for decades because the company puts its real budget into proper lab research rather than flashy paid advertising. The famous Gel Nimbus 26 was officially named the most comfortable running shoe in a 2022 study by the Biomechanics Lab in South Australia, beating out far more popular brands in direct testing on real runners with real feet. Independent reviewers at Doctors of Running, Believe in the Run, and Run Repeat have given the latest Nimbus models extremely high scores for stability, lab durability, build quality, and honest value across many years of consistent annual updates. The brand is also one of the very few major names in this entire industry that has not raised its prices wildly above what the actual shoe is genuinely worth. Pros: gel cushioning absorbs heel impact running game. Breathable mesh keeps feet cool. Engineered tongue prevents pressure points. Reliable sizing across all models. Removable insole supports custom orthotics. Price: $90 to $175. What is the longest you have ever worn one single pair of shoes before replacing them? Drop your record in the comments below. Number 1, New Balance. New Balance has built its full name on one very rare promise in the modern shoe industry, which is real American craftsmanship, with shoes still being made inside Massachusetts and Maine factories, at a time when nearly every other competitor has fully shipped production overseas to save money. The famous 990 series proudly carries a real Made in USA label that buyers can actually trust, with the company openly publishing its factory locations and worker numbers on the official website for anyone to verify with their own eyes. Customer reviews from Zappos, LL Bean, and Running Warehouse show real buyers who have worn the same 990 model line for 25 years straight, with senior citizens walking 15 to 20,000 steps every day without any pain. Independent lab testing from Run Repeat confirmed that the 990 version 6 uses premium pigskin suede, a real end-cap rebound midsole, and a thick fuel cell foam stack that proves the brand puts genuine money into materials instead of celebrity faces. Pros: strong heel counter holds firmly. Replacement parts easy to find. Reflective details improve night safety. Excellent orthotic insole compatibility. Reliable traction on multiple surfaces. Price $90 to $200. Luxury sneakers cost too much. Before buying any shoe, divide the price by how many times you will realistically wear it. A $600 sneaker worn only 20 times costs $30 per wear, but a $100 comfortable walking shoe worn 200 times costs only 50 cents per wear. That is the real difference between buying for hype and buying for value. The shoe industry has trained you to confuse price with quality, but now you know the real difference. Save your money, skip the hype, and buy shoes that actually last on your feet. If this video opened your eyes today, smash that subscribe button so the next truth reaches you first.